Lenzo, and him not help him. I said, Pissy! Low Jev.
No, sir. Yesterday, day before yesterday, my father see me vexed with Jev, and my father's like, why are you stressing out, Jev?
Yeah! Remember Thursday Night Live when me that try put the chips in my bag? And everybody was like this.
It was the most disgusting time next to you eating and talking a while ago.
I was trying to just put the chips in my bag.
It was depressing me.
Yo.
I wish I was talk to.
NetsChat podcast. Take 1.
NetsChat.
You know, that looks
You wanna see a beer gun man there? Oh.
Then you get it together now. Right?
Yeah, bonus pay. Oh.
Don't talk about split for me, you're triggering me. Because
Yo,
you know, it's going to your jaw and you don't burn it.
You know, I was going to bring my emergency spliff today because I was saying that it was a really good day to burn it. And I forgot. Now I feel really sad. So now that I'm sad, it's an actual emergency. So when I go, I have to go burn the spliff.
You're not going to burn the spliff.
It's true, I go want to wait for
a real emergency, yeah. So, hi guys. Hey, are you recording? Oh, hey.
Hi guys, I'm...
Nets, that's Nets today.
Oh, clearly, come why me I start?
Thank you.
Where's my blower?
Oh,
is my blower?
This is mine.
Thank you.
Alright. I'm not gonna eat and talk.
Not a plug, but
I
love water with blower. Yes.
Okay, so today, Daniel, really? No.
Today,
No.
on NetsChat.
Put it off air. Get it together now.
Me all together, you know.
And me alone not together.
Facts.
Okay, so
Thanks.
today we're gonna talk about moving on. At the first introduce the topic so quick, you know, we always have a little chatting before. At the grape one this?
No. I love it two of them. What is that?
No, Mr. The first ever introduce the topic so quick. So today we're gonna talk about moving on from anything in our life. You know, some always stuck in a relationship and can't move away.
Some we stuck on a friend or we need for dash away. Some we need for let go of work.
That's
some
true.
we need
for let go of parents.
Yes! You toxic ass parents.
So many you need to let go school. Like anything you need to let go.
Anything that you need to let go. This is a
Like
very relevant podcast.
So, first thing, Daniel, in most recent times, other than your jobs, what have you like let go of? Let go of? Let go of? Where let go?
Why you get mad at yourself?
Don't know.
Because you were fully just talking to yourself and just getting agitated. Mm-hmm. What have I let go of in recent times?
Other than your jobs?
I used to force myself to keep up relationships that I don't want to keep up just out of the sake of saying that I was keeping up relationships.
Like friendship and them thing there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, because I want to be that friend. I want to be everybody's friend. I used to like burn myself out trying to keep up with everybody and, you know, be a super person to everyone. And I didn't really spend enough time being a super person to myself. So in recent times, I've let that go and tried to like serve myself more and the people in my life who are willing to also serve me. You know, the friends that are worth keeping rather than trying to string on every single person. And I used to take things really personal. If, let's say, in a tennis session, I'll play with me. I used to take those things really hard. But this week, even this week, a friend said to me, say, yo, Daniel, I can't deal with you anymore because I feel like I'm running you down and you don't talk to me. And then I see you on social media living your best life with, you know, Netanya and
with Netanya.
Rush Cam and those people. And I'm like...
Netanya always involved.
And I'm like, Jano, all right, cool. And they're just like, that's it? And I'm like, yeah, that's it. I mean, I'm not serving you. And clearly you aren't serving me because you're not hearing from me. So let's just cut it.
We could just end it.
Yeah.
For the first time, Daniel said end something and end it. Because I probably Daniel not ending things, but...
Like what?
We're not going to talk about this right now.
No, I don't mind.
Friendships, like, you know, there's some friendships that it just don't make no sense to me, right?
Oh, okay.
And like then you can tell Netanyahu, I feel like, this is an issue. I feel like you should let it go. You should move on. Like, take it out of your life. She not follow her same rules. Well, just for this one time. This one time.
Okay.
Because she usually does follow her own rules, and when Daniel's fed up, sis is fed up, and she cut, and she leaves, and she say, fuck it. Maybe just end this right now before this end me.
But then this friendship that Netanyahu is talking about, I feel her frustration, because I feel that frustration in my other friends, because know Tony and Christina.
Mm-hmm.
And like I feel that type of frustration with them when they're just like, Daniel, sit down on your ears, like, let this friendship go. And it's just like, it's just, I think I'm ready to let go the feelings that I generally had towards this friendship. But I just don't want to be dramatic about it. You see, like how generally in life I'm a very dramatic person.
Mm-hmm.
So when I walk away from things, it's just like a feature film.
Mm-hmm.
Where the fuck would I not go fuck?
No, Martin almost sneezed, but he was holding it.
Oh,
no noise, but it was so
you
funny.
know what? Just to show you the guilt I have, I thought you guys were chuckling because I admitted to being dramatic. So I was about to attack you.
That is very dramatic, though. Attack Jev.
I nearly did.
No, Martin almost died over there, and that's what I was because we were looking at each other.
Oh, you were laughing at Martin.
And Jev laugh at you. So me never fuck with Jev.
Okay.
All right.
Good.
I'm sorry.
It's fine, Martin. We all got to sneeze.
A bone, When you sneeze a bone.
Or cold.
I'm not saying I have cold.
I'm going to hit you so hard.
When I have cold, I cough. I'm head hurt. I'm blow my nose. I'm gonna sneeze like God no, like seriously.
You're working on the sick bay floor?
I'm the janitor.
Don't piss me off. Anyways, and it's now, and it's an a minute to let go of,
And you love the podcast, supposed to say now that. Woo.
Me love the podcast more than you. That not funny?
Yeah. No, it's not. Okay.
Oh, good. A real trooper. Natalia, that never hot. Yeah?
You hear it? Like,
It's because our back hollow. It never hot.
no, in my back.
No.
Then if you hit me again, I'm not gonna
Natalia, your face.
I laugh with Daniel, guys.
It was a tap in our back, guys. That could have belched you.
That's a big man, like,
Natalia, and guess what?
But
I write as some hand me use.
I'm
Say,
not just
imagine
talk about
videos
your
my hand.
friendship, because if you hear your friendship a lick like that, it's end. Anyway,
Jeff, you have to wait your turn.
Jev,
You think we'll take requests from the audience?
do you hear what I'm saying?
But your website, I'm telling you for
And me get drag.
Yeah, your drag not come yet. You have to go and drag me.
All right, yeah.
I'm being fair.
But I believe that then you should let go of this friendship because, to be honest, it don't serve her, and all she do is like cuss about it. And I'm being very frank. Then he'll cuss about it a lot, and when I hear it, my option is always say, Daniel,
Let
why?
them dirty
Like just let them people alone because one, them not really care about you. Two, as what your friends say, you're a handbag. Because all them want to go out. And they only want to go out when they see Daniel going out with other people. And they're just jealous. And that's just what I think. Because how can you be jealous of a friendship that you're not maintaining? It don't make no sense. You're not trying to maintain this friendship. You don't try to understand what your friend is going through. Every day you text, hey bestie, are you okay? Yeah, people can check up on you. But other than that, you don't want to talk to them about your work. You don't want to talk to them about your work ideas because at the end of the day, you know that they cannot help you. And you said it on the podcast before. They're not a real friend. No, they're not a real friend to you. You must take friendship serious, no girl.
Okay, well, you take this one and then me take the manship.
Shit. Yeah. And then he was like, yeah, we're not friends if I can't come to you with my ideas. And then he was saying, so I can call you on FaceTime later. We're going to talk about idea and we flesh it out together. Me and then he talk about so much ideas. Like, when we tell Jeff, I said, we're going to talk about this. Like, that's the type of thing. And I'm saying that you can't be jealous of someone who mutually puts in that type of energy into a friendship to maintain it. And
another thing is about friendship, apart from all of what you just said, is you have to be able to understand your friends' feelings as well.
That's true. You can't dismiss them.
I hate dismissive people. I think everybody who listens to this podcast must know that. Dismissive, nonchalance, That whole 2019 behavior, I hate it. So if you want to be my friend, you always have to make my feelings
Valid.
you always have to validate my feelings, because if you don't, then I'm like, I know. No, because
And I know.
I don't know. So, because even if Nathaniel says something to me and I don't understand it or I can't relate to it, I'll still say, Nets, your feelings are valid. It's just something that I can't understand because I've never experienced it before. But I never tried to make her feel like what she's feeling doesn't make any sense.
Because you don't understand
It's
it.
because I don't understand it. Because not because I haven't experienced it means that what Nathaniel isn't going through isn't valid. But yes, I won't lie. Everybody has their... You see, like everybody have them one man where them find harder to leave than other people that has done them less. So you can have a one man where do 100 bad things, and then the next man do 2 bad things and you left him, but the one man where do 100 bad things you still stay with. I think I have, one. Yeah, I only have one friendship like that. That's really, there's a lot of bad in it, but I still talk to these people. But in all honesty, I've been really thinking about it and how it affects me in the long run, as well as how it affects the people around me. Because people around me care about me so much and they're so invested in my life. I don't think that this is necessarily a healthy thing for all of us. So that's something I've been thinking about as well.
I don't
Because to see my friends like get emotional and Netanya rant on a podcast about something, it doesn't make me feel good. You understand? But at the same time, it was the same problem I was telling you guys about like 5 minutes ago, where I feel like I just want to be everybody in the world friend and I want to hug them when I don't necessarily need to hug everybody in the world.
I don't have a friend like that because any one of my friends them do some foolishness. Maybe even cuss. Oh, it's serious. It have to be foolishness, not so no fuckery. I just did. Anyway, but so how it's serious, I don't have a friend like that because the moment my friend crossed me, I say, yo, fix up this, I just eat that. And I thought that's one of my friends, and she did fix it up.
True.
Fix it up.
I mean, the best apology is changed behavior.
Love her now, though.
So.
And honestly, why I think this is not a beneficial friendship for Danielle and why she needs to let it go because of what she just said a while ago.
Martin heard me burp.
When she... You burp?
But I was trying to do it gently because I wasn't trying to
Me
be
never
a
hear
hug.
girl. Nah, me never hear girl.
And Martin hear it in him, yes. So he's
My
laughing.
problem with this friendship is that when this person does something to Danielle, everybody gets the other side of it, right? Because let's say coming out of the vehicle one morning, this person pissed off Danielle in the morning. She vexed. She could talk to you about it, but then she could talk about it, and then me gonna get iggy, and then when me start get iggy because it's not my problem, then I gonna say, Natanya, you good? I'm not fine. I'm not fine because my friend vex and me I said to my friend say this not make no sense. And then Daniel other friends do experience that as well, Tony and Christina, because they get so upset when Daniel talk about these things and they're just like
Tony and Christina, no sir.
they're like
Them take me
the
very
only person who
seriously.
don't get vexed is Jeff, I'm just not get vexed because Jeff can't bother.
Yeah, Jeff is an unbiased party. He's just like,
Just a
do what you need
dog.
to. Yeah.
No,
I'm not feel no way.
I'm not unbiased. No, I'm not unbiased. I'm not biased either. I just believe in when fucker do, cut it out.
But at the same time, friends do fucker all the time. So you have to forgive them. So I guess you mean by certain
Continuous
levels
fuckery.
or
Yeah.
continuous fuckery, I guess.
And then on top of doing foolishness, you're gonna lie. You don't have a reason to lie, because if you're a good bona fide friend, the cap that has been circulating.
The cap on this app.
See one on Twitter, I don't mind. So
Really, other years, it's so
I saw it a couple months ago.
funny. I have to teach
and I'm
you
saying
the cap on
like
this app.
lying to someone who values you so much just doesn't make any sense, because if you tell me some simple lie, what kind of I can't trust about nothing else. Actually, just say nothing else. What the hell am I gonna trust about after that? Because I'm gonna second guess everything.
Lie, or wouldn't even say lie. I think that people just skip out essential parts of the truth sometimes. They're just trying to save face and save feelings.
Save your mother. Because you're dead. Save your mother.
You're doing over this,
don't-
but serious.
I'm not hear it. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway,
Letting go of friendships. How to go about letting go of friendships?
and
I
letting
think
go of anything.
letting go of anything.
Put up something.
Yeah, I was actually.
Are we a
not
call?
here. Me no know who me a call.
911.
Look like who the hell me a call?
So, as in, you for something? You looking for it?
Yeah, hold on.
But yeah,
I
letting go of
found it
friendships
already. It's just
is
opening it now.
very serious to me because friendships are a fundamental relationship and I take them so serious. Like, I'm not do the man thing, but take the sister. You know, I take the man thing hard.
You can't take it, girl.
Yeah, girl.
All right, so here's some. We're gonna go through some steps that I found on goalcast.com on how to let go. We're gonna go through each of them and tell you how much we agree or disagree with these steps. But I think that by the time we get to the end of the podcast, you should be able to understand, how to let go. So number 1 is very abrasive. Number 1 says cut contact. Before you do anything, and I mean anything else, you need to cut contact with the person. Agree or disagree?
Agree. Because if you're properly going to move on from somebody, you will literally have to stop talking to them. Because the more that you keep them around, it just don't make no sense after that. You can't keep on somebody and say you cut them off and move on. You can't. You can't keep around somebody and say you're going to properly move on. You can't move on. But where you move, go next door?
Okay.
That's just my opinion still.
But, all right, how do you cut them off? Because I feel like I usually cut off people gradually. Well, it depends on how close we are. Some people are cut off cold turkey. Some people are cut off gradually.
Some people, I do the same, right?
Okay.
It depends on the situation because if it's something that's so severe that you just have to end now, I end it.
Okay, cool.
But if it's like something where I say, yo, this not serve me, but in the same sense, it's not as big, but just take time, move away.
Okay.
Like, you just, everybody start take what you say. You know, look at dance move and you just spin with it and you just take time, go to that side there. That's what I do. What tell me I dance? But yeah, that's what I do literally. What do you think?
Yeah, it's the same for me. If it's something drastic, I'll cut you off same day. But generally speaking, I gradually drift from people because I can't handle confrontation. But yeah, if I can avoid it, I avoid it. I have better things to do than sit down and talk with people about feelings. So I'll just gradually make it seem like it's. I gradually make it seem like it's the universe that's pulled us apart and not.
No, me tell people like if I do a big thing, I say yo this now. I say one by why I'm say look for the explanation later. I send it. I'm sending it. But just stop chatting in that regard still. But I like to tell people exactly what is. Because I don't want them cut off and they think there's no way them can come back from it. Because people think that if you just stop talking to them, one day they can check in on you and say, yo, what going big?
Generally speaking, I usually send a paragraph.
Yeah,
However, I remember a friend of mine. Well, clearly, she really wasn't my friend. A very Instagram popular girl. And I found out that she was doing me dirty. And I just blocked her on everything and moved on. And she kept calling people that knew me and asked them, what have I done to Danielle? And everybody was just like, we don't know. Danielle didn't come to us about it. Because I didn't even tell any of my friends that I was cutting her off or anything. I just made a decision and moved on with it. And I have not looked back since. I see her on the road all the time at parties or whatever. Walk straight past. Her mother lived down the road from me. So, yeah.
But you don't know who that is. So
I don't know who that is.
honestly,
So.
it makes sense.
The next one is accept. The next one is accept how you're feeling.
That's a big thing.
That's a big thing. Like, it's gonna hurt to let go of whoever you're attempting to let go of, whether it be your friend, your man, your parents.
Not your job, no.
If you feel any amount of guilt about leaving your job, you have to leave because that's that PTSD. Like, I felt so nervous about leaving my last job.
Don't get me started.
Netanya, I was so scared to go and give in the letter. And I tell myself I would never feel like
every
that
day
again.
you're ready to quit, somebody else quit so you can't live.
Netanya.
Maybe it's a life. Then he was so afraid.
Oh my God.
Then he was so afraid. Then he have to do it like, I just eat this.
Battered. I said I was going to make a LinkedIn post. Like, you see, I enjoy being a social media influencer on the level that I am right now. And of course, I'd like to get bigger, but I really want to get into the professional space. I said I was going to do a LinkedIn post on signs that you need to quit your job, as well as, how to go about leaving your job. Because I really feel like sometimes people feel very stuck in their jobs or in life in general, and they would like that type of information. So, you guys, I start telling them to just go on for my LinkedIn, because I want to do that professional shits right now. But yes.
Good though, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Accept what you're feeling.
That's a big part in relationships because, let's go your friend, probably a long-time friend that's fine. But letting go of your partner, like somebody who you really thought you're going to spend your life with, that's a little bit harder for me as a smuddy. I'm going to talk about myself because Daniel disagrees. I think it's a bit harder to let go of someone if you reach that level where you say,
you're going to get married or something?
Mm-hmm. Like a regular partner. Tom, you're not just there, serious, but you never feel it like that. If you and Jev left now, how would you move on from Jev? Like, you're going to move on so easy? But anyway, let's not answer.
Listen to me. I can answer.
No, hold on, let me just finish my point.
Okay, you finish your point.
I think that it is important to be with your feelings, because a lot of people break up with people, try to move on, and they rush themselves out of how they feel right now because they're like, oh, I don't want to be sad and I don't want to do this because it's distracting me. So
they get a rebound person.
So either they get a rebound or they just start doing some things that don't help them to heal properly, right? And I'm one of those people. I
agree with you 100%.
That's what I'm saying. Be with your feelings. It is important.
Except when you said, it's harder to break up with
not to move on.
To move on from a it's harder to move on from a manship than a friendship. Listen.
It depends on what the person do. I said for me, I said personally.
Yeah, no, but so, I tell my partner, you darky. Shit. Anyways, I remember being at Rio with Netanya and my other friends, and I am partying and having a good time.
I'm drunk, sorry.
Netanya, I remember. I'm having a good time and no cap. On this couch right now, I just got sad and I wanted to leave. And everybody's like, why you want to leave? And I'm like, Jeff, I want to go home. And Jeff is like, want to? And I'm like, I'm ready. I've carnivaled enough, road marched enough. I'm ready to go home. And then the whole ride, I didn't say anything to Jeff. And Jeff is like, what's wrong with you? Why are you sad all of a sudden? You were having such a good time at the party and everybody's pressing me and I need to know what happened to me. And you know what happened to me, guys?
You see your friend?
I missed Tony. And I really wanted to cry about Tony in the damn party. Because at the time, me and Tony weren't talking. And I was trying to get her on the phone for another reason. And I could not get her. And I fully thought that it did reach the point where Tony blocked me. And I was so sad. And I remember going home feeling like a punk. Like, why am I care about friends so? Friend can't eat. I remember being very upset with myself. And then guess what? Tony had reached out to me and she was crying and Christina was crying and we all cried after Road March and fixed our friendship, okay?
That's good.
We were in tears and I'm telling you, me a dancing and I do the damn thing and I remember my friend and us not being good and I'm ready to bawl in the party and I can't be no punk. So I had to go home and cry that shit out. You think you ever make me bawl at our party? I don't know. It's different for me because it's just like, I don't know. Yeah. Every 2 years, you'll meet a man where you claim say you got married. Until you're married, yeah, whatever. But yeah, that's all I have to say. But good friends or lifelong friends is a different thing.
No, I'm sorry. I don't know because with my friends...
think about it.
I won't
You have a lot of friends, right?
No, I said...
All right, you have a set of friends. How many times have you ever heard your friends say they're going to marry somebody and I'll know you're not wearing a bridesmaid dress?
My friend them young, you don't get married, I'm going to thump them.
But the point is that you're not...
I've only heard one of my friends say it one time though, once, and then...
It's something I hear so often. That's why I just think that
Remember you're older than me.
I don't know. I hear it very often. So it's like, oh my God, I have to marry this person or me and this person going to last forever. You think life is a hip-hop, is a R&B music video and you're crying in the rain? Listen to me. Anyways, so that's why I feel differently about that.
A lot of people think these things, but they don't work on these things.
Okay, so that's why I'm going to get for married, you say?
Maybe. The person them I try to work with, and not for them.
Okay.
You If the person uninterested, not gonna work with them. But if them really is a mutual thing, you can work with all till just realize they're just dead. Anyway,
The next step is stop fantasizing. Oh
what that
yes.
means?
Stop saying maybe it could work out. Let it go.
There you go.
Because it's true. It's like when you want to move on from like maybe a romantic partner or even your parent. I think this could also really, really, really work with your parents.
That's fact.
Where you feel like, okay, maybe when I get older, we'll become better friends.
Nah.
No, Bernadette is going to get worse with the years.
Who the fuck is Bernadette?
Their mother.
Oh.
Yeah. Stop fantasizing is a solid point. I really think that should have been number 2. Solid point.
Actually, a lot of people say, oh, we're gonna break up now, but in the future, if we're meant to be, no.
I hate hearing that shit. And if me not start it.
I can testify.
You can testify.
Testify.
You're testing me.
Testes.
Testing my patience. Anyways.
Testing everything he says. I'll test in a school.
So, girl fall.
I was with somebody, right? And I don't know. It took a really okay. I moved on from this person very quickly when we just broke up. But it was a type of move on where you say you don't feel any, you don't want to be with your feelings, and you just go forward. I did that. Stopped liking the person, like loving the person completely. I don't feel anything toward this person. This person could have jumped off and dead themselves. And I just would not care, like. But then I just realized at that point in my life, I was probably just going through something else where I didn't feel anything for anybody, right? No friend, with my friend, them all part, but no friend, nobody. And this person was just like, Netanya, what happened? You just get up one day and you just stop liking me. And I said, I don't know, dog. It just happened. You see me? And then after a while, because I always said to myself that if I'm gonna love somebody, I have to just
talking to Martin only.
stop. You must have to stop. You see, because the love that I thought I was giving this person wasn't on a good love. So I said to myself, I can't do it. I have to stop because I'm being toxic to this person. Also being toxic to myself, right? So me, I have to just let this go and move on. Yeah, that's my story. There's no point in him. That's not telling you know. Oh, sorry.
You know what I just remember?
What that?
I was going you know, so the biker shots me think about.
Then don't piss me off.
Sorry.
But yeah, then he'll think that I have a problem. Let's go off the man thing. She's probably right.
I tell you, I think I have a problem. I think I have my terrible friend. She may be right.
No, but the man thing different still. You know how me and my man thing said. My ex-man things. Yeah. Me and my ex-man thing said. We're in love.
I like pretzel with cheese. So me not in love with my friend.
No. Your friend do your bad.
So me not in love. You just make up your mind for me.
But my man not do me nothing bad, so.
You don't want to know.
No, my man couldn't do me nothing bad, so.
Alright. The next step is practicing forgiveness. Not only forgiveness, but let me catch that back. Not only forgiveness of the person, but also forgiveness of yourself.
Yo, that's the biggest one. You have to forgive yourself for being an idiot.
No, you can't think like that. You're not
All
an
right,
idiot.
you have to forgive yourself for allowing the situation to go on as long as it did. Right?
I think really forgiving yourself means not blaming either of you for whatever happened. Just relax. Meaning, no, you can't blame yourself for allowing the situation to go on either. What I'm saying is, none of it is your fault, and you have to strip all of that from yourself to completely move on, because you will forever dwell if you think that even an inch of this is your fault, you know.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying. So allowing the situation to go, allowing you're gonna be like, oh my God, it's me. Allow this to go on. Stop that. It's life. Life allowed it to go on. It is not your fault. Okay? Let it go.
Don't listen to Daniel. Me, I eat pretzel. Just listen to her.
That really shit me. But yeah,
Forgiveness is very
learning to forgive myself. Bomba.
it's hard.
That was it. Like becoming the emotionally intelligent and the sensible good girl. When I listen to our NetsChat podcast, that really come from me learning to forgive myself. Cause one time, shit, I used to beat up on myself more than people used to beat up on me, you know. No cap. I could not forgive myself for nothing. No. It's just like, it's alright, good, you're good. I know nothing, tam, nothing serious. Just
No,
bounce
hold
back
on
from
now.
that.
Last night, somebody said to me that, no, I said to the person, you know, someone toxic. The person like, Nathan, the only person you're toxic to is yourself.
Oh my God.
I mean, I say,
You got somebody else session them? Oh, make sure.
I'm gonna feel away because the person said to me, listen,
Away?
no, then there's a big away. So let me tell you how I felt. I felt like I had to look into myself because
That's good. Soul searching is so important.
it is, but because the person said, Nathan, you look at everybody around you who you like have a relationship with, you treat them so good and healthy, but when you come on to yourself, you're so toxic and like you're always self-sabotaging. I mean, I say,
Bomba.
And
That's
then them
so
are-
true.
so I'm toxic to myself. Yeah. And they're like, Nathan, you practice the
I need to give them
healthiest-
them information. I need to give them the card for the psychologist forum that we're going to on the
Yeah,
weekend.
cool. I tell you the contact information after. And the person's like, you do go. I mean, I say, bomba.
You
Because the
guys need to
person say,
practice healthy relationships with yourselves.
I truly
I'm
need to.
telling you, like, no cap.
Because I do stuff and I get so mad. And the person is saying, you can take it easy. Like, it's
Take it
okay.
easy, man.
You can forgive yourself. And I'm still in the process of learning to forgive myself.
It's a
Because
process,
sometimes I
girl.
say some
There's no- You
things.
can't rush it.
Sometimes I say some things and then it have like this adverse reaction what me never did want. And I say, John, honestly, like, dog, yeah, eat that, said it, and just go on and the person, understand,
You have to
you
get
said
yourself.
it, and it's okay. Things will happen how they happen. I just want them things there too, but the person really make me feel aware. Because if this person telling me something toxic to myself, I feel looking to myself.
All right, number 5, understanding the grieving process. We kind of just spoke about that. You need to give yourself time to heal. You can't rush healing, and there's no specific time for healing. So when people are just like, oh, in a month you should be over it.
No.
We all have our own time, and things take a little time. The great Erland Bartley tell me. So, yeah.
They got a good time, things. They got a good time. You know, song they know?
You know, says Bear sing, we sing on this podcast.
Facts. I used to sing and do the maths. When I was strong point,
Because we know song, we don't know no number.
it's my juice now.
Shit. All right.
Yeah.
Martin can spoil it.
I must say fruit.
Don't annoy me. I'm having a good time. Reach out for support. Don't pick nets, but
You can pick me. I give great advice. So just not on the podcast because I'm iggy in the moment. Like when I read your message, I'm gonna think about it.
Yeah.
I'm come back.
but
Oh,
yeah,
no, I
you
don't drink
ask.
cold water.
She don't drink cold water, Martin. Remember?
Sorry.
Sorry.
No, but if you don't want to talk to your friend,
You
I
get,
don't- you
get
can't
a
talk.
counselor, because even Rush was saying like
yeah,
a therapist, like we should stop putting this negative connotation on therapy. Therapy is really good. Sometimes you just really need to talk it out. You guys can message me with no problems. I'm used to them. I don't know what could have come with them we never see before.
facts.
So
But
parent problem,
a
man
lot of
problem.
people feel like I'm gonna tell you why a lot of people don't want to reach out to, because with the people who they usually go to, because the person don't understand, they just dismiss it. And when you feel like people are always dismissing how you feel,
That's
then you
true.
feel like you're alone and you don't want to talk about it to anyone else.
And you don't want to feel like a burden to people. But
Yeah.
it's actually people who really want to hear and help you.
That's true. Because you can't have a problem and when you go to somebody, they're like, again? And you just feel like, well, shit. Because when me and my ex-boyfriend like just broke up, it was the only thing I could have talked about. Right? And like I'd be sitting down and I start crying or something and somebody would say, okay. And I say,
This
no.
really sound like me on my old job.
The person asked me if I'm okay and I was like, no, I'm sad because of me and Beep. And not even Beep, fuck it, I call him name.
Because
Because
that would be beside this one.
a joke. Yeah, and I'm sad because of me and Beep. And they're like, you can't get over this now. And I'm like,
Oh my god, that's so sad.
and that's one of the reasons.
And even though I would want my friend to get over whatever, I just don't think that would be the approach to help he or she.
But then at the same time, when you see the person crying, you feel bad. And then when you find out why, you're just like, but you
Again?
got it. No, one time I said something to someone and the person said, but you got it something serious. And I'm like,
It sound like an A1 Denny response.
And
I
then-
that me that's a Jano.
And then what became bad of it is that the only person who understood how I felt and would actually listen to me was my ex-boyfriend, you know. So me talking to the problem about the problem, and that is probably the worst thing to ever do.
Yeah, that was that when me and Jeff did break up.
Oh, cool, Martin. You talk to Jeff about Jeff. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, Jeff is my best friend. I'm glad he's asleep now, so I'm down here, I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jeff is my best friend. I talk to Jeff about everything. Anything I can't talk to Jeff about is probably illegal, so I shouldn't do it. But yeah, that's my nigga song.
And my ex-boyfriend
My
is
friends were really
literally...
unsupportive during that time.
Facts. My ex is literally one of my closest friends. Like, so me saying that I'm gonna get up and move on, even though we've been broken up for a really long time, we still talk all the time. And then when I got up and say, this is not gonna let me, you know, have nothing good in my life when it comes down to like other stuff, because we have two opposing views. It was so hard for me to like take myself away from my best friend. You get me? Because it's not the relationship that I'm leaving, it's the friendship that we formed before, because we were really good friends before we were together, during, before, and after our relationship. Somebody feel, as I'm not gonna know me say, where?
I don't know. For me, in the moment, these things feel like things that you can't live without or whatever. But I don't know. I don't want to sound cliche. But there's always more love. Love is infinite. Love is ours to make. We make gallons and gallons of love each day. There will always be more people to love, give love to, and accept love from. There will always be more people that will appreciate you. There's always better than whatever you have in your life right now that you think is the best.
Facts.
And when I
disagree.
When I remind myself of that, it kind of takes the edge off of walking away from things, because I usually get scared. Like, okay, what if I'm jumping out of a frying pan and into the fire? But what if you jump out of the frying pan and into a plate, and the plate have like lots of lettuce, so in there is cozy? Like, you don't know. Like, I've learned to have some sort of faith when venturing into the unknown. I don't have to know everything, and it's okay to just give things a chance. Sometimes there'll always be somebody else to love you. There will always be another best friend. Like, seriously though, like, I have people in my life, like, for example, the person that Nathaniel was gobbling me up about. I don't remember having a friend that I was as close to as her, because me and her usually do everything together before our relationship reached this point, of course. We used to do everything together, and, you know, we were like sisters, and me never think somebody that gonna have another friendship like that. And then it's Netanya, yeah? And then it's like, me and Netanya, you have even a greater friendship than that friendship, and it's just a obvious example of there's always better than whatever you imagine for yourself. The dusty niggas I used to kill up myself over, where are they? Somewhere kicking up dust, and here I am with my good man. Me never did know somebody that go find Jeff nowhere. Me think say after my very serious relationship with the person that I thought I was going to marry ended, I thought I was going to dead. Here I am, alive, thriving, not just surviving. I'm have a good clean man and friends. Come on now, guys. There's always... No.
Oh, because I don't feel away. That's why I asked.
I know you.
Okay, cool.
So why you must feel away? You
I
don't,
don't know, because right after you say you just start up. But my thing is, I don't feel like I'm gonna die. I feel okay.
It wasn't you, boo. But I'm saying that when you break up with people, sometimes you feel like you got dead, and you gonna feel like you're not gonna find somebody else. But that's not the case.
No,
that's
even in your mind. Mom, you know, say we could have find somebody better, you know. Even I never doubted that. Like, sometimes he would have said some things, and I'm just like, listen, better man there than you. But guess what? Because me know say, this is what I want, me I gonna make it work. You get me?
Jesus Christ.
Because I've never shot myself, because me know say better things are out there for me. Because when my father act up for himself, I say, I better parents out there, and I'm just gonna add up one. Oh, I'm better life out there too. Just stay by myself. But I've never shorted myself that there's nothing better. And you know what a big thing is? Why some people cannot move on? Because them ex is so, this is relationships, or them friend, is so emotionally manipulative to them that they feel like they're doing the worst thing when they try to live them best life and
Oh my God, I've
get
experienced
away.
that so many times. Why did you bring that up? Anyways,
Trigger you?
wow. Go out there and live. Couldn't have said it better myself. Yeah,
Just live and just a walking out. Yo, I can like give you some gems in a sis.
I tell you.
Like I can't tell me just a live.
But
Just
that's
a
a
walk.
walk.
You should do
That's
that.
true.
As in like taking yourself up and just doing things like with your friends, like spend more time with your friends, spend more time with
Just
yourself.
doing things that you love. Yeah, this next one says love yourself and increase self-care. Oh God, I love me some self-care.
Yo, they need to love myself.
Guys, like falling in love with yourself is beautiful. Of course, it takes lots of practice, determination, all kind of cliche words I could throw in right now. But self-love is really and truly the best love. And when you love yourself, you can let go of anyone because you realize that when you're losing people, it's better to lose them than lose yourself. Them not worth it.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
But yeah, I feel like loving yourself is like so important. And people always tell you, but it's when you really, really love yourself, there's certain things
that you just don't tolerate in your
you
life
don't
and then
put
you have
yourself through.
less problems and then you just live good and your skin will glow and all of these things that you mag up on a girl.
Yeah, man, go on a boy. Like,
and you're not
there's
catch on a
certain
girl
things-
yard and you're not eat out on a pot bottom and you just live real good. Yeah.
Okay. There's certain things like where I look back and I say, oh, I do this. Like, how did I make somebody do this? I say to my friend, them say, yo, don't do this again. If somebody do something and I know that I eat this, like even today when I carry Jeff snap, I'm gonna say, Jeff, don't do that again. Because even though it's small, it might seem small to somebody else, like snapping at me
small
so
to you.
disrespectful. And it shows that you don't have, you don't think about my name. You don't see me as someone saying, Netanya, you just snap to try to get my attention. You don't get my attention like that.
Okay. All right, understand.
Just-
I understand the thought process.
I know it's an accident, but I find
Guys,
it.
I hate when Netanya and Jeff argue.
No, I'm not arguing.
It
with you,
annoys me. Oh my God, you guys.
So
Yeah,
I
that's
just
too
find it really
strong.
disrespectful because when I was in high school, there was this guy, and that's how we used to call him girlfriend because he never too digger. Like he never.
guy at your high school?
No, as in like the girl when they were interacting, and I saw them in person.
Oh, come here, say Netanya.
Buckler, Daniel, it was a trigger me,
That's why I say your high school.
Yeah, I find it really disrespectful because he'd walk off, then he'd snap, and then she just follow him.
Oh, that's
And
not
then-
like a movie though. You sure that wasn't like Mean Girls?
No, I stood up and have a chance at it.
Okay. I can see how you're dramatized.
I'm very dramatized and like shouting and stuff like that. And even if my dad tries to raise his voice at me, I'm say, hey,
Oh,
I am not.
you said
I'm your
shouting a while
child,
ago, I just remember something.
but I'm not. I'm your child, but I'm not a child. Do not shout at me because I don't appreciate it, and don't because I'll get very upset. And when I get upset, it's not
Not me
nice.
ignorance. So most of my problem them just dissolve.
Yes. But I'm saying,
Yeah.
like, there's certain things that you don't accept for yourself and certain energy you don't keep around because of how you feel about yourself.
Which can include your parents.
Parents.
Yeah, I'm glad I have some good parents, you know.
All right, cool.
We never
Parents,
forget
family
good as
members,
family,
because
but good parents.
I can go to my auntie them and like them say something to me and I said, hey, don't do that. Like my auntie have one little boyfriend and him says, so my niece said, I said, no. I'm not your niece. Don't let people believe that we're related in any way, shape, or form because I don't know you. Right? And I don't like you on top of that. So don't be mistaken thinking that we're cozy and we're friendly because you are with my aunt. That makes no sense. Don't
You're
do
unpleasant,
that.
you know?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm not unpleasant. I just don't like when people pass and place with me. And
Like own you up.
no, not own me up, but I don't know him. Even though I know him since my one pitney, I don't know you.
I forgot.
But yeah, there also I'm just really ignorant, and it's just my self-love comes from like how I don't want people to treat me, right? But when me love myself and girl I go out and girl I buy her nice things one time, I go off and spend about 13 grand pound clothes and then just careless for the rest of my life, for the rest of the month, sorry.
Yeah, cause the life starts over on the 25th.
Facts.
Guys, thank you so much for listening to NetsChat podcast. It was really a pleasure to talk about letting go. I think that we should talk about letting go
Often.
another time. probably a little bit, more
Guys,
gems, but yeah.
I'm not going to tell you a lie. I just want to thank everybody for listening to this podcast for the past couple months. Like, I'm really feeling, Jeff, I'm really feeling like, because without people listening to the podcast, like, for such a long time and giving us great reviews, because, like, half the time I feel like mega stop. Yeah. Without, like, I mean, like, internally. And then I always get a review that really make me feel like saying, Nathan, I just do the damn thing. And Daniel's out there pushing you and Martin and Jeff. And, you just...
Why is Jeff doing the TC?
Me.
That's how
we're not saying this again. And I just want to say...
Bad.
Yeah, but I just want to tell everybody thanks. I don't think I've ever said it on the podcast. I've tweeted it, but... tweeted it from the podcast page, but I just really want to say thank you to everybody for listening and watching. I'm going to look on because I'm not really looking at the camera too often.
Exactly. Sometimes I wonder where the hell me I looking. I think I have cast, yeah. I don't know where I'm looking because I'm looking at Jeff, I'm looking at Nets, I'm looking at Martin.
One time I heard somebody say somebody have knock eye.
That could honestly be me.
No, but anyway, guys, thanks for listening to NetsChat again. You can find us on Instagram and Twitter at NetsChat Podcast. If you want to send us anything via email, netchatpodcast@gmail.com. You can follow me on Instagram at Life of Nets.
You can check me out on Instagram at Your Traveling Pen, and I'm also on Twitter at DanielRene_. I have a couple tube, Life with Jeff and Dan, as well as a travel blog, www.yourtravelingpen.com. Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Let's be sad.